Boys, in this video, I will talk about the 5 super important stages that we go through while we practice semen retention. Trust me, you need to know these if you really want to change your life. Stick around till the end of the video, and I can guarantee that you will be able to relate to a lot of things. If you're interested in semen retention and all the benefits it can bring, you'll probably wonder what your journey will be like. We can promise that it won't be all sunshine and roses, but if you stick with it, you'll be able to change into a new man and get your sexuality back. Today, we'll explain you the semen retention timeline, which tells you everything you need to know about the first 13 weeks of semen retention. We'll talk about the 5 stages that everyone going through semen retention has to go through, as well as the benefits, difficulties, and things to look out for during the process. Before we start, we'd like to point out that this timeline shows how semen retention works for most men who don't mate. This doesn't mean that you won't have a different story about what happened during your quit. The first step is to separate the wheat from the chaff. The first 7 days of your journey make up stage 1 of the timeline for keeping your sperm. Many people find this the hardest part of the challenge because they never make it past 7 days. What to look for? The first day will be pretty easy, and you might even enjoy it because you'll be ready and willing to make a change for the better. On day 2, you'll start to feel like going back to your old habits, like pleasing yourself. This is when problems start to arise. The urges will range from moderate to severe, and they won't go away until day 7, when they'll be at their worst. You might have trouble sleeping, especially since day 3 is when a lot of energy usually comes out all at once. You will also feel like everything is a trigger, and you might even get scared of using your phone or computer. Last, you might feel more aggressive than you ever have before. This is mostly due to the rise in testosterone. Many men aren't ready for the rise in testosterone, and some even worry that it will make them dangerous to themselves or others. But that's just your addicted mind talking nonsense. All of this might sound bad, but the first 7 days are known to be the hardest. This is why stage 1 is where the real warriors and weaklings are sorted out. These are some of the benefits that you might get after 7 days. Increased levels of testosterone, higher levels of energy, more motivation and more competition. Confidence and self-esteem went up, and better mood. Stage 2 of your journey is the next 4 weeks, weeks 2 to 5. This is when you settle down as a person. Your urges become less strong and last less long, and your mood, energy, and testosterone levels all reach a balance. What to look for? If you've made it through the first 7 days, you've made it through the worst part. After the first week, testosterone levels will drop slightly for the first few days. Don't worry, you won't lose all of the testosterone you've built up. You'll only lose enough to get rid of that on-edge feeling of aggression that might have been bothering you. You'll have more energy and motivation to start and finish projects and help around the house. If you have a partner, they'll also notice the good changes. You'll become a more pleasant person to be around, and your social circle will grow, especially if you try new things and get out of your comfort zone. You'll find jokes funny that you used to think were stupid or dull, and you'll enjoy life more. During these 4 weeks, you will feel like this is exactly what the universe had in mind for you. It will feel like heaven or hell. On the other hand, you'll still have urges, but you'll be very close to being able to control them. As your testosterone levels slowly go down, so will the strength of your urges. Don't forget that more isn't always better, and the monster you turned into on the 7th day was just too much to handle. Some of the benefits you will feel are better sleep, better social skills, found a new interest in real women, no confusion, and deeper voice. Now let me tell you about stage 3, the feared flatline. We're now talking about weeks 6 through 9 of your journey to keep your sperm. When they reach the feared flatline, or lose all motivation and sense of reward from tasks, many men are very upset. It can be painful, but if you know what to expect, you'll figure out how to get through it. What to look for? One day, you'll feel sad, tired, and maybe even depressed for no apparent reason. Nothing will make sense, and you'll want to go back to using with a vengeance because this whole process of keeping your sperm will feel like a big con. Who wants to go through so much pain and suffering to get back to where they were before they started their journey to get better? Also, many people start to question semen retention and its overall philosophy. Maybe it was all just a placebo, and maybe releasing wasn't that bad. Even though the above sentence is full of lies and nonsense, you have to remember that a part of your brain is still addicted and wants that dopamine hit. You'll feel tired, and tasks that used to be easy for you will now feel like a chore. It feels like someone pushed you up into the sky and then pushed you down with even more force. As you can see, this state can last up to a month, and the best thing you can do is just let it go. Accept that you can't change how you feel, but that you can change how you look at how you feel. Instead of being upset about this whole thing, look at it as a chance to slow down and take a break from how busy your life has been. Take a day or two off work and watch your favorite movies or TV shows if you have to. It's not a sin to be lazy, especially during a time like the flatline, which is full of ups and downs. If you make it through the flatline, you've pretty much made it. Less desire for sex because of depression. A chance to slow down and take it easy. You'll sleep like a baby. Your skin will no longer have spots. So let me now tell you about stage 4, which is rising quickly. Now we'll talk about the next 3 weeks of your journey to keep your sperm, which are weeks 10 through 12. If you've gotten this far, you've pretty much mastered semen retention, since you can only get better from here on out. What to look for? When the dark clouds go away and the sun comes back into your life, your testosterone levels, along with your energy, motivation, and confidence, basically the whole package, go back up. This time, you're not in a plane that's going to crash. On the contrary, once you get to this stage, everything will settle down and stay that way until the end. You'll start to feel good about keeping your sperm, and you'll feel like $1,000,000 because your mood has changed so much. You will be able to focus much better, and you will finally have the attention span of a normal male human. At this point, you might even take on bigger projects outside of work, like writing a book or starting a business. This is by far the best stage in terms of happiness, as your mood will quickly improve. Men also say that they feel 10 or 20 years younger. The best part is that these 3 weeks are filled with happiness and a sense of being happy with life. As soon as the dopamine starts to flow again, things will start to feel good again. You might even look forward to doing the laundry or taking out the trash. You will experience these benefits now. More work getting done. Few and far between are cravings. Building real, long-lasting confidence. Change in what's important. You start choosing real life instead of the virtual world. Both men and women have more respect for each other. Stability of body and mind. Now comes the 5th stage. If you keep doing semen retention after week 13, you'll be cured of your sexual problems and be able to enjoy the best things life has to offer. The best thing about keeping your sperm for 90 days is that you reach a strong but stable Zen state, where you are both productive and energetic, but also calm and in control. What to look for? You should have moved on from your past by now, and you won't be ruled by your urges anymore. You'll have a lot of energy to try new things or change your whole life. Your natural confidence will come back, and you'll be able to leave your comfort zone and see more of the world. Once you've done semen retention for more than 90 days, you might notice a lot of good changes. The biggest change for our crew members was getting rid of the toxic people in their lives right away. You know exactly what kind of people we're talking about. People who seem nice on the outside, but are bad on the inside, and have a negative outlook on life. The new state you'll be in will automatically make these people want to stay away from you, and they will. This is a good thing because it gives you a chance to hang out with better, smarter, and more ambitious people. You won't be able to listen to small talk about the weather or the game last weekend anymore because you'll be too busy working on yourself to care about such meaningless things. Overall, as long as you don't go back to using drugs, you'll be in 7th heaven. Your body will have reached homeostasis and be working at its best. you will experience these benefits. Building up new